So, you just got off Tutorial Island, you just started in the world that is called Gielinor, but you don't know what kind of account you want to make. There's so many different options. You have a main, like this guy. You have a hardcore Iron Man, it says, because look, his name is Hardcore Monkey. You have this random person that's just walking around, probably discovering the world just like you probably are right now. And then you hear about something called a skiller. What is a skiller? What is the concept, the embodiment of a skiller? Well, very simply put, it's someone who equips this. The very first step is equipping their training bow or their short bow. I'll show the training bow at least in this part of the intro. I'm sorry. Anyways, yeah, you could be this guy, you could be that guy, you could be this guy, anybody, but you choose to be someone that does none of that and instead decides to forget his combat or his or her combat identity and decides to do maybe rune crafting only, construction only, flitching only, crafting only. You get the idea. I'm going to be showing you all of that, how to do it from step 1 all the way to step, I don't know, 10,000, and not the shortest way possible because I guess to end the intro here, we're going to be going on a path where you begin the first step into a path of 10,000. Yes, that's the intro, by the way. Alrighty, good afternoon, everyone. This is episode 4. I'm going to be taking this time to dedicate this episode primarily to mostly AFK duties that I intend on doing as a result of IRL getting in the way. So I remember in episode now 0, as we've established, because I don't want to confuse people, right? I realize that I say episode 1, then they'll go to episode 1. They'll see what I'm talking about there, and they'll be like, wait, well, he mentioned this in episode 0. You know what I'm saying? And I want to alleviate the confusion once and for all. This is officially episode 3 in the continuity as I described in the playlist, or what you'll see in the playlist. But essentially, I realized that the last episode I dropped was pretty colossal in size. Hint, emphasis on colossal. You'll see what I mean by that. As you can see, like, by the way, so I mentioned last episode too, like there was like a sort of spoiler I leaked, and perhaps, I think it's time I let the cat out of the bag early or open the can of worms that is the whole point of this series. So here's two things. One, the person that you see now, the wise old skill that you see, quote unquote, off script, let's just say this is one character I play in this entire series where it's actually me. Okay, like when I do this, I was sort of like, giving you the illusion that, hey, isn't this like kind of like what Asmongold, if you guys know who Asmongold is, does? Like he plays a persona on stream, and then he plays a persona off stream, or rather off script. I was thinking of doing something like that just because I feel like, when I mentioned in the episode 0, like literally the episode 0 portion of the series, it was something to imply that without giving it away. But then, I felt like if I continued down this route, if I continued down this path, very wise old man of me to say, it's gonna cause a lot of confusion, A, and B, like, I'm just gonna get ridiculed. I'm gonna get laughed at, which I have no problem. Like, that's the part I was saying in that video too, that your job as an entertainer is to evoke emotion, correct? Your job as an entertainer is to say, hey, um this is who I am, this is what my personality is like, and you can either hate it or you love it, but that's why I was also stressing and emphasizing the feedback part, yada yada yada. So like that's where I'm saying, like, this is who I am off script. I don't know how else I can explain that, how else I can describe that. And so then that's when I'm like, hey guys, so as eloquently as the wind flows in the world of Gielinor, I must go to the runecrafting altar to now train my runecrafting to level 9 to then unlock the Enter the Abyss mini quest. You see what I'm saying? Like there's a clear and obvious difference here. And that's what I mean by like the spoiler or the cat has been let out of the bag, so to speak. I wanted to do it like somewhere around like a sort of milestone episode, like let's just say for the sake of argument like episode 10, because then the 10th episode, not including the episode 0 continuity, implies that it's a point to like break character or a point to break script to sort of show like what the title of that very episode was called, which was like I believe it was like director's cut or something, right? So that whole spiel, like what happened was is that as I started the series, there was so much motivation, so much passion that allowed me to like just be both in character and out of character at the same time, but I wanted to show a little bit of the humanity of it all, right? Because I think when you watch a lot of these old school series, and mind you, I can't be talking smack about the very thing I'm trying to embody because then that sounds hypocritical, does it not? So my point is that when I look at OSRS series these days, they all play out the same. They all do the okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna go God Wars Dungeon. Like there's so many areas to this game that they're like kind of dead. Like nobody even has heard of them or probably even has done said content in so long. Like there's just certain things that I understand are meta. I understand that you can do for faster XP, but in the name of efficiency, in the name of like quote unquote connecting the dots, right? Like you kind of have to just play the game as the wind will flow as I so you see what I'm saying? Like that's just something I thought I'd spend the first 5 minutes before starting the entire episode, which by the way is gonna just be like I said, all about AFK activities. Like this is my little break period, my little like breaking of character, right? Like this is like a small vacation, if you will, because while this was supposed to be like a full-time thing for me, around the time I started filming and completing episode one, which I was calling episode two at the time, so once again, confusion alleviated here. I don't know, like I was just like so overwhelmed to the point like, bro, I wasn't even sleeping or eating, and I'm like, no, 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 this has to end immediately before, like I get a something, like something happens with my health, mentally, physically. So like I can already my point is I've already displayed my passion. I've already displayed my motivation and to even continue the series, right? So like I said, just wanted to spend the first couple of minutes. I know people are gonna say, "Oh, well, he's talking too much," but then I slowly come to realize too. You guys love this stuff. Don't you lie, okay? You love hearing my voice. My beautiful, my beautiful radio voice. A face for print and or no, I'm sorry, a voice for print and a face for radio. Right? Doesn't that make sense? Anyways, guys, I'm gonna stop yapping. This is gonna be all about AFK. Enjoy. All right. Actually, guys, this is a wise old skill from the future. We are not going to be doing the AFK episode. We're gonna just go right into the questing one because AFK, after like 2 or 3 days in the future, I realized like nobody really wants to hear a yap episode. Unless you guys want to, please leave it in the comments if you want to see that episode as like bonus content. But I decided against it just because it just seems kind of pointless. Like I think you guys want to actually see real progress as like, sort of bite-sized clips like I did last time. So this is going to be all about questing. Apologies for the confusion. Wow, would you look at that? What could this be about? I think is it that boss called Yama? I think it came out. Yeah. Um, I don't know. I just woke up to this and it's like roughly 1:50 in the afternoon. I'm just gonna do my business. It's not that I'm not gonna pretend nothing happened or happened. Or, yeah, I said happened. And anyways, yeah, just gonna continue where I left off here. So, basically, in the previous series of clips, I think I was just going for 20 agility. Let me move this over here. I kind of want to see it still, so let's just actually leave this here. Anyways, uh, just doing oh my God, I can't talk. Agility, and what I think I'm gonna do now is just start on that quest grind because there's a reason why I bought all these teleports. I said something about how I had to like get around the game. I'm actually gonna fill the chronicle here with 100 teleports. That shouldn't be too much. Okay, that's weird. Oh, it's because I withdrew them as item. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Anyways, I also got a new fashion scape over here, the Cursed Goblin Bow. I think this one has like a teal look that the basic blue. I mean, there's just like a lot of colors going on. Remember I said that anybody who knows color psychology could be great here in terms of seeing if there's a sort of connection, a sort of theme that you can have within your items and stuff like that, at least with what you're wearing. But that's beyond that. Let's just withdraw, like maybe, let's fill this up to like right here. Get all my teleports out, not five of these, just one. One games necklace, one skills, one everything. Because we'll just be needing to get around the map a lot. And yeah, that's why I also have these runes. Don't think I'm like gonna train magic now. Like, no, 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 no. As a matter of fact, actually, let me just get rid of them. They were all going to go into the ring anyway. And I basically bought an uneven amount not on purpose, but to just like have something in the ring already. So, we're just gonna just keep withdrawing all the teleports that I, thought of when I was doing my research and stuff like that. So, yeah, I think that should be okay. The problems start when I have to start gathering the quest items, so to speak. And when that happens, at least, I think what I'm gonna do is just start dropping at least the stamina potions first, right? Because if I get rid of stamina potions, it's not the end of the world. But a whole stack of teleports, yeah, we don't want that. And I also banked my marks of grace. I don't really need them right now. I'm just gonna start collecting them. If I remember correctly, which I could be wrong. I might have to like confirm after, this recording's over. If I remember correctly, Mark of Grace is like, I mean, I'm sorry, not Mark of Grace. A full graceful set is like 260 Marks of Grace. I could be wrong. But yeah, I think what I'm gonna do now is continue off where I left off because this is technically 24 hours after, roughly, yeah, roughly 24 hours after accepting my clan leads challenge. But you'll see something. You'll see something that happens. Yeah, that's all I could say. Anyways, I'm gonna stop recording here, and the next series of clips that follow after are gonna basically be, sea engineer-esque highlights like quest complete, item obtained, item obtained. You'll see what I'm talking about. Anyways, enough of that. Alright guys, so without further ado, let's get started on questing. I'm going to be buying some items that I know for a fact are going to be involved in certain quests. By that I mean, for example, Cook's Assistant, and here I was about to type Cook's Assistant. Cook's Assistant, you'll need what? An egg? I believe it is flour, Flour, and a bucket of milk, right? Just three items. Easy set and easy peasy lemon squeezy. And then let's see, for Doric's quest, I know you need iron ore. You need like some of that. I'll tell it to get sent to my bank because I don't think I can carry that noted. I know for a fact you need copper ore. Okay, let's buy like 10 of those. You need what else? What else? What else? Is tin ore somewhere in there? Um, fine, fuck it, we'll add it. And clay. Clay, right. I don't know why clay is through the roof right now, but I would assume that it's probably because bots are gone, or clay-related bots, that is. Excuse me. Anyways, we're going to be banking all of these, right? Or we're going to just, send them to the bank, and just carry the cook's assistant stuff for now. I think what I'm going to do is end this clip here, given that I want to stay within the experiment, and see if, I can just do some research while this clip ends. So yeah, let me go do that. Be right back. Alright guys, so just quick update because I know you guys are probably anticipating what I'm gonna do next, what I'm gonna say next. And to cover that in this segment, so I did my quote-unquote research. I'm just chilling here in the GE. There's like a floating chaos elemental thing I kind of want to get one day. Super down the line, like I'm talking like years into the future if possible. Depending on how long I stay with this thing or this project. Anyways, yeah, so I said something about how I need to find out what items I need for quests, but in that research as well, I realized something. Hey, there's going to be some quests that I can't really complete because, there might be a certain requirement that I need to complete, like, I don't know, random S. Requirement is like 30 thieving for something, right? But in all of that, you have to understand something. Like, there was something that I stated in episode one where I said something like, "Oh, just because I can't do it through some external mean or through some means, excuse me, does not mean I cannot do it through an external means." I don't know what I meant by that. I kind of have to think about it a little bit, but anyways, there's certain series of quests that kind of like follow that criteria, if you will, and I'll start out with the basics, okay? I think below Ice Mountain might need this thing. I think it requires like a lot of farming. I need to farm a lot of items, farm a lot of skills first and foremost. So there's that. I think Demon Slayer might need some farming, because I don't know if I said it during this episode. I might have to look back, but something about how like purple sweets are probably the best item in the game to have for a skiller, like hands down. You are officially in rich boy territory if you have purple sweets, that sort of deal. Shield of Arav may or may not need a lot of farming, to be honest with you. You can either choose the peaceful route and find somebody else that can give you the non-peaceful route, which I guess because I'm a skiller, I'd have to opt for the peaceful route. But yeah, something that I think needs a lot of farming, because look at the name, or let's go to my quest list here. What is Lost City? If you think about a city that is lost, right, and you want to rebuild it back from the ground up, so to speak, you would probably need a lot of farming to do that, don't you think? You're recovering a lost city. A city that's lost, you need to farm it back up. Are you on the same page with me here? Maybe you'll need some time to think about that. Anyways, Haziel's cult. There's a peaceful route there somewhere, but you might need some tiny bit of farming there. Tourist trap. Oh my God, that might need a little bit of farming because people are basically escaping. What is it, like slavery by the Alcaridians that are like really evil there. But neither here nor there. There's just some problems that they got to deal with. So they might need some farming when they get out of what they consider jail and stuff like that, right? And then one thing that just blew my mind when I just realized it. Let's look at the name of the quest, One Small Favor. One. One does mean, what does one mean? Does that mean the embodiment of the number one? Or I am the one? You gotta think about that. Small. Do you think it's very small of farming that we'll need for this one? No, 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 no. You know what? I don't even want to think about how much farming I need to do because it's small, right? Like it's just one little tiny thing and a favor. It's gonna be a huge favor once I complete one small favor with the amount of farming I have to, or rather, the very little amount of farming I have to do, okay? But I think I'll leave this one here and say that the one thing that will absolutely need farming, you might call me crazy. You might be like, "What are you doing, Wise Old Skill? You're gonna end the series already?" Because if you were to research what Watchtower says, oh wait, I need 40 mining, 25 agility, 15 thieving, 14 herbal, 14 magic. What is going on with you? Are you getting delirious? What is happening? It's probably because of the age, right? Yeah, I think that's that's probably what it is. Right, so just keep in mind that we'll need a lot of farming for Watchtower. A little preview of things to happen later down the line. Anyways, that's just something I wanted to bring to mind. From here on out, I'm gonna stop the yapping and roll the clips of how many people, or no, not how many people, how many quests I complete with the sea engineer thing that I always talk about. Quest completed, quest completed. You'll see what I'm talking about. All right, so starting off strong, we're gonna start off in Lumbridge. We're gonna go right to this dude, the cook. I'm supposedly heard that the world record for cook's assistant without having the items in your inventory, that is somewhere in the range of like what, 30 seconds? It's like insane. You start here, grab all this, you go this route, you go. It's crazy. I've done it before, and I'm a guy that really loves speedrunning. It's like one of my favorite passions sometimes, or my favorite pastimes. Neither here nor there, but anyways, I'm gonna just speedrun that, which is you don't look very happy. Okay, he's gonna say he's not feeling well. What's wrong? Hey, I need to do this. Hey, I actually have the ingredients you need. What a coincidence. Oh, yes. There you go. Bye. Thank you for the cooking XP. Have a good day. Done. Quest completed. All right, so the next person we're gonna be visiting because like the cook's assistant guy was pretty sad. Something happened in his life that we just immediately fixed, by the way. Like that we just showed up in his life, like out of this world, right? Like it's just like crazy how I just press a button, or I'm sorry, I don't press a button. I teleported to him. I did a lot of teleportation. Neither here nor there, but we're gonna go visit our friend Doric over here. We're gonna pull the same magic, if you will. There's like a sort of magic that you can do when you do these kind of quests, So I think you gotta choose the option that says, I want to use your whetstone. Uh, Say yes, agree to bring him the materials. But you see what I'm saying? Like, I don't think you could have brought these noted. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to Falador real quick. We're gonna say peace out, Doric. I'm gonna be right back. And essentially, this is the problem that I said I was gonna run into, where I need to look up, or rather, I have in mind. I think it was 642. It was like a sort of code that you can do with the amount of requirements needed. 642. I think the 6 was the clay. So we'll need 6 of these. 4 was the copper ore, I believe. And then 2 would be iron ore. Well, Actually, hold on. I'm kind of wow. I realized that I just had it here this whole time. It was just updating it as I got it. That's pretty cool, actually. That's pretty neat. Anyways, I don't think I have the stamina potions that I like blew almost like a tenth of my budget on, but it's okay. That's what I have the 20 agility for, which I will, continue, leveling up and stuff like that, right? Like it's just something I intend on doing a lot of. Not only in game, but IRL too. I need to go to the gym eventually. I haven't been going lately. So, anyways, here's Doric's quest done. Quest completed. Bye. Oh, and by the way, that 10 mining is so crucial, so astronomically helpful because it just gave me 10 mining, which I think is a nice starting point for something I intend on doing or showing you rather later. And would you look at that? Our first, you see what I'm talking about? Like just magic, man. Like it just pops out of nowhere. These people pop out of nowhere, man. Holy moly. We're gonna be a drill. I mean, not a drill sergeant. We're gonna be in the military for a day. So, you see what I'm talking about, man? I want to be active, and they freaking, they, they show up, man. They read my mind. The wise old man has been become wiser as a result of speaking things into existence. My God, like I just don't know what to do anymore. I don't know what to even say to begin with. Like it's just amazing to me how that happens. Like what is going on? Anyways, I'm just gonna wrap this up here. I just found it insanely coincidental. I found it insanely perfect timing, like almost as if they could hear me, man. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, you know, Jagex, anybody, can you drop my first pet, please? Primarily through the astronomical level of 10 mining that you can do that through. Yeah, that'd be much appreciated. Thank you. Alright guys, so once again, I'm starting from the GE here. I'm going to show you how quick and easy it is to complete yet another visitation, yet another a magical, a mysterious force that waves through Gielinor and solves problems in literally like 5 lines of dialogue. If you don't know already, it's probably pretty obvious based on what's in my inventory here. It is Goblin Diplomacy. Yeah, there's a bunch of goblins that they're fighting, or no, I'm sorry, that they're not fighting, but rather they're fighting amongst each other. You're gonna see it right here. There's a red goblin, a green goblin, and then there's just regular goblin, right? Like you're gonna see how this all comes together, how this really offers a solution that they'll easily accept because it's like a union, orange plus blue. Yes, what color does that make? I wonder. Do you want me to pick an armor color for you, by the way? Yeah, if you just pick green. What about a different? Or, no, actually, I'll leave it. Hold on. Actually, I was gonna say, do you want me to yes, pick the armor color and then what about a different color? Okay. Yeah, just bring in the new color, we start the quest, and then we go through this changing scene. Goes to the changing room in the back here. He's gonna put on the blue armor, I believe it's first. So we're gonna need blue armor. No, it's the orange armor, my bad. Anyways, that's pretty look. He's got the drip, you know. Yeah. He's gonna put on some other drip once I give his like commander or whatever the blue armor, I believe. Let me say no, he doesn't look fat. Here's some blue armor here. So he's just gonna do the same sequence again. So yeah, he's gonna just change real quick. Um, yep, there's a blue armor that matches like my blue party hat. Yeah, that's awesome. So he's gonna get that, and then it's just a brown one. So I have some brown armor here. Here you go. He's going to do all of that. He's going to change into the brown armor, realize that that's the best color of all, when really that's all they drop, man. Like, okay, quest completed, by the way. Alrighty guys, starting from the GE, this one will definitely require some use of stamina potions, so I made sure to bring at least two. We're going to go from Khazard, or rather from the GE to the Khazard, which could have easily been done for free, by the way, if I had used, where is it, the fishing trawler teleport, which will be something I'll do down the line. I don't want to do a lot of fishing right now. I don't really see where I can fit that in the whole progression, if you will. But anyways, the thing I'm referring to actually that's super easy, that's just as quick and easy as everything else, is this quest right here called Monk's Friend. It's almost like cook's assistant, but for priests or monks. It's kind of symbolic how, given that Cook's Assistant and Monk's Friend came out roughly in the same era of time that RuneScape was around, which I believe was like classic. The word classic is kind of like symbolic in of itself, like there's like a time and period where RuneScape was just so simple that that is why they call it classic, I guess, right? But neither here nor there. Just gonna take this blanket real quick. I feel like a bad person, like I'm doing something that I'm not supposed to. Anyways, I just take this. Oh wait, but he's attacking me. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Panic, panic. We gotta run. We gotta run. And then we're gonna go back to our friend the monk. Now, if I had done the Ardougne or Ardoin achievement diaries, this would have been like easy peasy, like lemon squeezy. But because the reason why is that you get the RD cloak. Now, I'm holding off on getting RD cloak because there's something that must be done first as a sort of prerequisite to, sort of unlock the RD diary itself, right? Like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna spoil this one. It's just the museum, right? Because I think that makes sense in my head as to like the next logical step in terms of how I want to progress and all this like quote unquote questing that I'm doing. And so really, if I just make a stop at Varrock, I can not only knock out museum, but also there's the Daddy's Home quest. I think it's not a quest, but a mini quest. So we're gonna be doing like maybe two more quests here, and then that'll be the wrapping up of the episode, which is probably gonna be titled. This one's gonna probably be titled like Agility plus Quest episode 1-1, or rather, this is gonna be episode 2/1. You'll see how I'll title it. But anyways, we help our friend over here. He's gonna throw a party after he figures out that his problems in life are done. We dance with him. And any second now. Any second now, please. Sir. 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 I do not want to dance anymore. Quest completed. Bye. Oh, by the way, we got like 13 wood cutting off of that, so that's huge. Alrighty, guys, this is probably gonna be the longest segment of this entire episode, maybe, because what you see in this jumbled mess of an inventory are basically, I don't know, like maybe 3 to 4 quests worth of supplies, if that makes sense. So I'm just gonna go down the list how I see it logically in terms of start to finish. Now, the minute I do this Varrock teleport, somebody should approach me. If they don't, I'll just talk to them real quick. Yeah, I've seen her, blah blah blah. Yeah, we'll just start giving the hope that we gave the previous two people in our list of quests here, Cook's Assistant and Monk's Friend. We'll tell them, okay, we'll find her. Hey, but look, there's this gypsy over here. I really want my fortune to be told. She'll probably give me like a nice fortune saying, oh, you'll find the love of your life. Oh, no, actually, I don't want to know that. Anyways, I'm going to go to an old lady. She's probably living alone right now. She's very lonely. We'll see what we can do for her because I think if I remember correctly, she has like a lot of cat issues. Like she's a cat lady. So to do that, or rather not to do that, but to really get to know her, I guess we're gonna go look for her lost cat. So I'm gonna just stop this here. I'm gonna do Gertrude, cat, and it's gonna start tracking it. So what's kind of happened is we're going to teleport to the lumber yard once. And then while we're here, we're going to just drop our saw real quick. I'm just going to chop this log, this tree. This is what we needed for the wood cutting, by the way. This is what first came to mind, so surprise. That's why I did Monk's friend, because now if I go to my game chat, oh, well done. Completed the easy task. Oh, well, screw you too, I guess. We're going to drop this and get our saw back. Awesome. Now that we're here, we're going to go upstairs and we're going to find the cat that I think Gertrude was looking for. Oh, no, 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 no. We're missing a step here. We're going to have to go back to Varrock. We wasted our lumberyard teleport. Yikes. Okay, we're going to have to get another one. Because what's going to happen is that I need to go back to the lumberyard to help a certain man with his home, of course, But I got to talk to these two boys here that are selling me papers. I'll buy their papers and stuff like that. And yeah, I don't know what if because I can't carry it, the dialogue breaks, but it doesn't, so we're in luck. We're gonna teleport again really quickly, and then we're gonna now see the cat upstairs the ladder. Yeah, let's just see how that looks like real quick. Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna run to it. This is why we stamina potion up. This is why we also have 20 agility. Just a small boost in the run energy department. The cat is going to run away because I accidentally try to pet it and it's actually hungry, so we're gonna just do that. We're actually gonna also give it a sardine because it's probably hungry. It needed both food and water, or in this case, milk. We're gonna help it find its like little long lost child that's probably somewhere in the boxes here. This is all RNG, by the way. Like this is gonna take some time, and this is what I meant by like you know, the clip might be rolling way past its like I wouldn't say due date, but rather way past its like runtime because like I've basically searched 4 crates. I'm missing 2 more. So I'm hoping it's here, and it is. Awesome. So now we can go back upstairs, and we're going to, you know, talk to the cat here, or rather show it the cat, right? We show cats to people sometimes. I know that how that works. And yeah, we're gonna be done here. We're gonna go back to Gertrude, using the Chronicle here actually, because I think that's a closer teleport than walking west from Varrock. That's why I bought some Chronicle teleports. I had a feeling that I'd need it down the line, and I guess this is a perfect opportune time to use it. So we're gonna just do this for a little bit. But remember, this clip isn't done per se because I still have like 2 loose ends to tie up, two things that I kind of want to just clear off the list, so to speak. But before I do that, and mind you, there's going to be a common theme here. Um, we are waiting for quest completed. Awesome. Quest completed. Quest completed. And 13 cooking. We take those. I'm gonna drop the stew and the chocolate cake. I'm feeling quite generous today. But I did say something about how I really wanted my first pet. Well, would you look at that? We got a nice little. What color is this? Like brownish orange kitten. They're gonna be following us around. We're gonna uh feed them, some chocolate cakes. That's why I also bought some. Remember I said there's like a need for survival and stuff like that. So there you go. That puzzle piece is quote unquote revealed in that regard. But like I said, I'm just yapping, so I'm just gonna keep running here, keep running, keep running, keep running. And what we're gonna do is basically head over to this museum. Actually, I'll just probably because I feel like, yeah, I don't know why. I think it might be really just time to wrap it up here after I do this museum thing because it's just part of the episode where I kind of want to I said something about giving it in bite-sized pieces. Yeah, I used to when I was growing up and stuff like that. There used to be like this snack that I'm sure they still sell. I think it's called like Little Bites or something like that. And those things used to be my favorite, man. Like they came in all shapes and forms, or at least to my knowledge, they were mostly like packaged snacks here in the States, where they're more, I think they were like muffins, but I feel like they did also cookies. That's what I'm saying. Like they came in all shapes and sizes and stuff like that. And really, I think if I really wanted to fast forward to 2025, could have gotten the same snack if I really wanted to now. I just don't really see the need because different man under new paint, right? If that makes sense. Or I've turned a new leaf, so to speak. There's the wise old man in me. So there's just a part of me that is almost nostalgic. I mean, that's why I'm playing this game from 2007. I mean, we all have a little bit of nostalgia in us, and that's the beauty in nostalgia, right? Like you'll never truly give up your childhood. There will always be the inner child when it comes to how you do and say things on a daily basis. I mean, for me, I think the saying part has not really kept up with the times in terms of their inner child, right? Like, I mean, I operate within the inner child maybe to some extent, but in terms of the saying, the messaging, the whatever, that's the wise old man part. That's the part of me that truly embodies the concept that I am a boomer in a 60-year-old man's body, which in theory should make sense, but it is the duality of man. It is the what one identifies or considers himself to be, combined with another persona or another, I'm sorry, another, I'm not sure what I want to say here, but really, I think you might get the point here because as I'm wrapping up here, as I'm finishing everything up, I'm quite the genius. As you can see, even the museum guy said it himself. Wow, you did all that so quickly. You must be really wise, wise old skill. Hey, come to me. I have a reward for you. Oh wait, I might be still missing some. Hold on. I think I got two more. I think it's these two. Yes, they are. So we're gonna just, you know, using our vast wisdom, our vast everything, we're going to make sure that we complete every single one. We don't leave any blank questions on a test. At least I don't. I hope we don't. Um, but with all said and done, our reward for all of that, our objective was to get that. So 9 Slayer, 9 Hunter. Slayer is going to be very important here in a bit. You'll see why. And that's all I'm going to say on the matter, but that's part one of questing. Only a fifth of the way from the original 48-hour challenge. So, yeah, we'll see where we go from here, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Peace out.